Hey everybody, today we are tackling my pantry, reorganizing, recategorizing, getting everything back in its place. Also in today's video, I'm going to show you a mini makeover I did in our mudroom drop zone area. So I'm excited about that. It's got a little mini makeover, it's beautiful. But thank you so much for being here and we've got to get started. Let's go. The first thing I like to do is get out a trash bag. I know this sounds a little crazy, but instead of putting things that you run across, like whether it's an empty box or if you run across something that, has expired or whatever and you need to toss it, I recommend using a trash bag and just having it right here instead of in the trash can. And let me tell you why. For some reason in the pantry, if I need to toss something, and I really don't like doing that, so I'm hoping there's not that much, and there probably will not be that much, but I still like to use a trash bag because when I put it in the trash, for whatever reason, it gets so heavy and it's so hard to like pull up out of there. Either the trash bag tears or, it's just this big struggle, like a fight with the trash can. No, this makes it so easy. You just put everything in here instead, and you can take it out. Also, my next tip is I like to group everything in categories. So all of the snacks I will group together, all of the pasta things I will group together. My husband loves to grill, as you can see. I will group all of his grilling rubs and sauces and all of that together. Canned vegetables, they're okay, but it could be better. So I'm going to be tackling that, but I do like to categorize everything and group them together, and then we will reorganize and put them back in. And not only does it like look better and cleaner in here when it's that way, also I can find exactly what we're looking for. Or like if we go to the store, we're not buying like a duplicate, whatever. It just helps you take inventory and know like what you have and that you don't need to like go buy that again, So anyway, I've got to get started. Okay, the first thing I'm doing is restocking our cereal dispenser. If you have kids, this is one thing I highly recommend. My youngest son loves to use this, and it makes it so fun and so easy for them to make their own cereal. So I highly recommend that if you have kids or if you don't, whatever. But it is a great item to have in your pantry. And next, I'm going to be grouping like items. Several of them I will be putting in baskets. I absolutely love to use baskets to help keep like things together. So I really like to get baskets at Home Goods, Hobby Lobby. Those are my two favorite places. I like the seagrass baskets. But I do like to mix in a few others, like the white wire basket and a couple others. Anyway, sometimes when you are rearranging, one area is just not working. Like you just saw in the video, it just, for some reason, that one little area right there, I could not get, how it just, I don't know, it just wouldn't work. So sometimes you just have to come back to it. That's what I did. I ended up coming back to that area the next morning and got it how I like it. So sometimes that's just how it works. I did have some expired food. I had two items, one from 2023 and one from 2017. I don't know how they have bypassed my periodic pantry cleanouts, but somehow they have. So anyway, I didn't have that much though. So that was great. And that's another reason why the pantry reorganization is so beneficial, because not only are you, putting things where you can find them, but you can also kind of purge things if needed. So when you're organizing, you really want to think of each section of your pantry as a separate area. So group and categorize things together. just think of each area as a separate section. These bottom bins mostly have like my party and hosting supplies. I do keep like extra storage bags and things like that, but I just wanted to show you the cutest Thanksgiving plates I got this year. We use those at Thanksgiving. And then I also found some super, super cute Christmas plates at Walmart this year, and you'll see those in just a minute. Just giving you a preview of those. But I'm so happy with how my pantry turned out. I rearranged some things and made it a little more functional. I did have like my heavy stand mixer way up high, and I had to get on a little step ladder every time I needed to use it. And it's so heavy, like I thought I was going to fall every time I was pulling that heavy thing down. So I was like, wait a minute, why do I still have this up here? So I moved it down lower to make that more functional and just things like that. These are the cute Christmas plates. Look how adorable. I love the gold edition on them, but I just thought they were so cute. So I just wanted to show you those. But anyway, I'm just so pleased with how the pantry turned out. It feels a lot more functional, and I know exactly what we have in there. We ended up cooking some things the next day, and I was like, oh, we already have that. So it just helps you keep like an inventory of what you have as well. So, and I just love how it looks. This basket right here I made for all of our Thanksgiving food. So I had it all just already kind of in one basket, and I could just pull it out Thanksgiving Day and we could use all of that. But this is the after, and I hope this is helpful. Gives you some tips and just some inspo. I love to see other people's pantries too, so I hope you enjoy this. Coming up next, I'm going to be showing you our mudroom drop zone area. So I got this was not a wild thought to do this actually. What happened was when we moved in our home, we built this house about 3 years ago. Whatever paint they used in our mudroom area was like still tacky, and you could still see like black marks, like scuff marks, no matter what you do, like paper, whatever would stick to it. And of course, this is where like my kids' backpacks and all of that go. So it was just like a disaster. It needed to be redone. And it's one of those things like you keep saying, I'll do it. Well, 3 years later, I woke up one day and was like, we're doing this today. So my husband sanded it down for me. So sweet. And then he was like, okay, let's go to Lowe's and get the paint. So we did that. My son wanted to help paint, and so I let him do that. He was a great, great helper. And then what I thought was going to be like a 30-minute, $30 project, let me tell you, a gallon of paint is not $30. And this took way longer than 30 minutes. So I just had no idea. But it was a great weekend project. I'm so glad that I did it now. I did go a little darker. As you'll see, I am a white. I love white, bright, girly. But I ventured out and did something a little darker. And I'm actually in love with it. So it turned out great. And I ended up painting or spray painting the hooks to a gold. I love anything gold. So I painted those, and they ended up looking perfectly with the darker color that I chose in there. I just absolutely love how it turned out. And I'm just so glad that I ventured out and tried something new. I decided if I just hated the paint color, just wouldn't be a big deal, and I would just paint it back white. So anyway, I'm glad I tried it, and just some encouragement to let you know, just try something new. If you don't like it, then you know what? You can always, change it or whatever. But my husband came to the rescue to help me get the hooks hung because I could not get them back in. And then I'm just peeling off the painter's tape, and here's the final reveal. I just love it. It just looks great. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you on the next one.